everyone. So today I will be developing a weather app using Ajax and JavaScript. So first of all, I'll be going to get Bootstrap and I'll get the template and I will just paste it over here, and I will not require these things. And if you see, this is a blank page right now, and I have also opened the Ajax template from W3 schools and the W underground weather, this /API to get the API. Now what I will be doing is I will be having a quick front end, let's say 50 pixels, and here I will be having a center tag, and within this center tag we will be having a button. For now I am not importing a form, I am importing just a button. I will change that later. Okay, so this is get weather, let's say, and we'll give it an ID of, let's say, btn, and a class of btn, let's say danger, or let's say success. So if you see, I have built previously such an app, and here it is. If you see, the app will be somewhat similar to this. So basically this is the app we are going to build. So here I have a button for now, actually later I will change that. Let's say get weather, and I will have a div of class card and a p tag of, let's say, ID of data response, and that's it. So this will be our front end, but I will just give it a temporary styling of, let's say, width of 400 pixels and a height of 400 pixels. So that we have a look actually of a card where we'll get our data, and let's give this, I guess, a minimum height. Yeah, since when the data arrives it will take up a lot of space actually. So and let's give one more BR, and we have our app going. Okay, but when we click, nothing happens. So this is the first part, which was our basic front end. We'll later change this to a form, but now to keep it simple I am having this. Okay, so we are having a script tag now, and within this we will be having a btn, where btn equals document dot query selector. Let me do this as JavaScript, so that, yeah, so, here I have query selector, and here I will be passing the ID of the button, and here I will be having btn dot add event listener, will be having click and function. When the button is clicked, we will be having a function, and within this function we will be writing the query. We will be writing this function actually. When the button is clicked, we want to get the data, so basically I will have the Ajax code over here. So let me just take this. I will not have it over here, I will have it over here. So this is, I will say, a starter for Ajax. Actually this will always be there. This is, we are making a HTTP request without a page refresh. Okay, and so here I'll be having the load doc. We are calling the load doc function, and what is going to be happen over here is we'll be having our data response dot inner HTML, and we'll be having the response, and over here I'll be having the settings. So if you see, this is the Ajax default template, you can say, where what is happening is we are creating an object of this XML HTTP request, and then if we get a successful state response, 4 and 200 is related to success. So if there is a success, then we will show it, display it in our page. So what I am going to do is I'll be going to this API and documentation, and here if you see, this is the URL we are going to use. So you have to basically, and we are doing a get request, we are not sending nothing, we are just grabbing the content from their response of JSON. So, and we will not use this, we will be using backticks, so that you will get to know a little bit later why we are using that, since we can add variables from the form later on. So now if you see, here is the response which we will need a little bit later, but now I go to the key settings, and here I will be getting the key. Make sure you have your own key, and I paste it over here, and let me give it, let the country name let be India, and let it be Delhi, and let us see what the response is. Basically let me see, inner HTML equals this dot response. So basically we will be creating the response. Okay, for now let's see whether our response is coming. So let us see console.log, and we'll have this. And let me see, data race, and let me see, if you hit the F12 button you will get the console is not a function. Yeah, because of this list I will just there is a spelling mistake or something, so add event listener in JavaScript. So basically I need this name, and now this will work actually, if you see, and there I have the response. Okay, it was a spelling mistake, we have the response. Now we have to parse this response in order to show a particular part, right? So what I will be doing is we'll be using a variable, let's say data equals, we'll be using JSON dot parse, and this dot response, make sure you just follow this part. This will be in caps lock and this will be in lowercase. I just confirmed this from the sites. So now if you see, if we display data, and if you see, we will get both the response and the data, but this is not getting displayed since we need to parse it. So what I will be doing is I will write for now data dot, if I will show you how to parse this. So current observation, this is the first parent, or you can say root. So current observation, and let's say for temperature, if you see, if you follow this, you will find temp over here, temperature in Celsius. So temp underscore C, which is the variable which returns this temperature, and if I reload, and here if you see, I have got the temperature. So this is the first part we have done. Okay, now what I am going to do is I will display a few things over here. For that, now it's quite easy before I switch on to designing and implementing the form. So basically, rather than using this over here, I will be using this over here and store this in variables. So let me say this will be the temperature in Celsius. I will just make a copy of this. 1 minute, I just add a colon over here, and let me see, I'll just copy this, paste and paste. Okay, so this will be the image and this will be the location. I hope that will be fine, and here I will be having the icon URL. I guess I will show you in a second how I came to know that. Is here you can see within the JSON you will find icon URL where you have the image actually, and location will be display location. And if you follow, display location has another small JSON which we need to parse. So we'll be having display location dot full. We want the full location. Okay, now before I go further, I have to just print here. Okay, so what I'll be having is, first I will be having a image, so I will be having the image src source will be image. Yeah, so make sure now we will be adding these variables. So and here we'll be having this and here I will be having the further details. So image, I will be having a width of, let's say, 150 pixels and a height of 150 pixels. So this, after this we have a break, and then we have another variable, right? So we'll be having the location, and here I will be having the location variable. So location, and then I will be having the another break, and I will be having another variable, the temperature in Celsius. So for degree symbol I will be using this, and then Celsius, and space, and then I will be printing the tempc variable. So let's see whether this works. So let me see. Image, let me see once more. Yeah, it's working actually. It didn't load it. Okay, so if you click, it took a little bit of time before it came. So let's change this to, let's say, Bangalore, so that we make sure this is real time, and we change the size. Actually this is blurring out, so 100 pixels, and get weather. It will take some time, I guess, before we get the response. Let me see, let me just save it once again, and let's just Delhi. Let me see first. Yeah, actually Bangalore came. Oh, I was I have to wait a little more. Galore, and if you see, let's give it 100 pixels. Actually it is taking a little while the response is generated. If you see, it's raining in Bangalore currently, and we have the temperature also. So now this is our first part which is done. Okay, we can add more details about every thing we are getting in the response, but for a demonstration purpose only I am just showing this much. Okay, now I will be going to the form. Rather than we will be having a button, this time we will be having a form. So what I am about to do is I'll be having a form. So form, let's change this to HTML now, and class form group will have input type text, name will be country, and we will not have any value. We'll have a placeholder of, let's say, country, and we'll be having a required, and we'll have a break, and then we'll be having another one. So I'll just copy, we'll be having the city, we'll be having the type will be submit, and name will be, let's say, submit. We'll be having a value of get weather, and we won't be having this, and this will be city. We'll be having an ID of, let me see, form. Okay, so yeah, now what I will be doing is I will be adding a little bit of bootstrap lining to make it a little bit pretty actually. Before I go into details, here container, and here I will be pasting this. I will be having a div of column md4. Oh, so I'll just cut it from here, I'll paste it here, I'll just make a copy, I will grab this and I will paste it here, I will grab this, I will paste it here, and now I will be adding a little bit of class name of form control, class name of form control, and let's see our form. Okay, I will add the class of btn, let's say success for now, and I will just remove this because this won't be required anymore. So here we go, here is our simple application, and now we'll be making a little bit of changes over here. This will be form, and this will also be form. This will be submit. So what we will be doing over here is we will be getting the constant will country equals document. Basically I will just copy this rather than typing it again. Document selector, I will be giving an ID over here. So let me just copy this ID and let me just copy this ID. So okay, so here what I will be doing is I will just where it is, yeah, here I just lost it. Country, let's make a duplicate of this. This will be city, and so we are having the variable. And now we'll just, this is the reason I used backticks, so that I'll be using these variables directly inside this. So this will be country and this will be city. Let me see whether that works. Let me see, India, let's say Chennai, get weather. Oh, there is a page refresh, so we will be preventing that. So whenever the form is submitted, we will prevent a page refresh that is happening over there. So e dot prevent default, so that we don't lose our data in a short span of time. Yeah, we have a response, but there is something. Let me see. Temp C is not defined. Let me see the line number is 50, so there is temp C. Let me just pause and just see. So I just found out the problem. What was getting returned was this entire tag, so I need to do a value. So I was wondering why this is not working. So basically this is the reason we were returning the entire tag, right? So now I will not require to console log this country. This was for testing purpose, for my own testing purpose. Now we'll give a country of India, a city of let's say Chennai, and get weather, and you have the weather. It's the location is Chennai, the temperature is this, and the weather is cloudy and it's night. Okay, let's give a couple of more. Let's say Bangalore, and if you see, it will come. It is taking a little bit of time. It sometimes takes a little bit of time actually. let me see Kolkata. Let's just reload the page. I guess the page got hanged. If you see, now I have Bangalore. You can also have foreign countries like France and Paris, and if you see, it's sunny out there right now. You can also give UK, England, and you see it's sunny as well as cloudy, and the temperature is somewhat cold in England. So thank you for watching this video. If you like, give a thumbs up. Thanks everyone.